Hey, my name's Land, and I run a lyric site called Indoline.com because I love indie music. Over the course of the past several months and weeks and years of being a listener, I've seen trends and ways to promote your band. And I have a bunch of friends who are in bands as well, and so I just wanted to share a few tips. So what we've been looking at here is a Google Knoll I wrote with the top 10 ways, and we're going to start with creating your own website. So what we're looking at here is a friend's website. Their band is called Bears, 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 and they built it using Bandzoogle, which is a pretty easy tool that helps you set stuff up. It's got a newsletter built in. It's even got like a little store so you can sell your songs, and it's just a real easy way to upload pictures. When you register for Bandzoogle, I think it only costs like $15 a month, and they include a URL, which is pretty sweet. So this is a great way to go. Here's the store that we're looking at right now. Pretty good way to go if you're maybe not so tech savvy, you just want to get something out there. Now the key to having any website, including a Bandzoogle site, is posting on your blog, regularly updating your concert schedule, sharing stories about where you've been, your tour and stuff. That's going to help get you traffic. If you're a little bit more advanced, or you want to spend some more time and money, you could set up your own hosting, your own domain, and use WordPress, and that's what we're looking at here. This is Go Periscope, another really awesome band. These guys did the site themselves, and then they paid to have a WordPress template just for them, and it looks awesome. It's got a player built in, and they've got lyrics for their different songs, and just a whole bunch of great features here. So this is an outstanding website. I definitely check it out if you have a minute. Go goperiscope.net. This next piece of advice is going to seem pretty obvious. Get a MySpace. So here we are at This Holiday Life, which is another band I like, and we're at their MySpace. The cool thing is they've uploaded songs, and you can see they've gotten tens of thousands of views on those songs, and that's a cool way. It's great feedback as a musician. This also creates a space for people to comment. You can post your videos, your concert dates. People really get involved. I know MySpace feels outdated sometimes when compared to other sites, but it still ranks really well, and they're partnered with Google. So this is a great way. A lot of bands, this is their homepage. This is what they use. So definitely worth doing. And once you're on MySpace, get your vanity URL set up. Also want to be on Twitter, and I know that can seem like a lot to do, but here are two great reasons. One, you get a link on your Twitter page, and that goes to whatever website you want. That's great for building exposure. Two, you can hook up your other sites to tweet automatically. So we're back at Go Periscope here. You can see they've got integrated marketing communication. Like, the brand looks the same on both pages. They've just done a great job. And every time they make an update on their WordPress website or in other places, it automatically tweets for them. You can also use Twitter feed to make that happen, but a lot of things like Facebook and YouTube automatically do that. You can just sign up to have them connected. Great tool. And speaking of YouTube, this is another great tool. What we're seeing here is a live recording, a live performance by Anthony Green of Circus Survive. He's got a couple videos like this. I think fans actually took them. You could have your friends do it, or you could do it yourself, but tens of thousands of views. And this was easy. He was on the street just playing his guitar, and people were excited about it. So this at the local coffee shop, if they have open mic, or at one of your big performances, but it's just a great way to drive interest. Obviously, you can also do a professional music video, like bands start to do that as they get bigger. Here's another one of his street videos. That's what it took. And in either case, people just love this because they can comment, they can compare, how you sound live versus not live, and talk about like, oh, I was there, I saw him, that was awesome performance, that kind of stuff. It gets people engaged, and you'll notice at the top of every YouTube, they're not doing it here, but you can link back to your website or your Twitter or wherever you want, and this just helps people get connected and helps them become a fan. So another thing to do is to loan your music out to friends. What we're looking at here is I typed in YouTube off-road Baja jumping. We've got a music video here that I created using my friend's song, and everyone who likes off-roading, they're going to find this video, and they might not if the band. So they're enjoying something here that is going to give them cross exposure, and all of a sudden they're going to find out like, oh, I really like that band. Who was that? And this video has almost 20,000 views. So that's great exposure, and it's a great way again to sort of cross-promote and reach a new audience. At the end of the video here, you can see I said Love Campaign, that's the band. It's got tons of comments and another link, so another great opportunity. In recent years, there's been an explosion of Web 2.0 type of sites, and we're at the 61.com right now, which is one of my favorites. This is just a phenomenal site. It sort of mixes in new songs you haven't heard and kind of takes you on this adventure. It's designed to help the musical middle class, people who might not be signed, but they're pretty good and they want to play shows and get some exposure. The way it works is people heart songs they like, and that sort of builds this because you've obviously got good taste. The site was designed by a couple guys who really like video games, and so there's sort of that game concept going on. Once again, we're looking at Go Periscope, and I'm leaving a comment about one of their songs, and just the site just works really well, ties everything together, and is a lot of fun. So if you aren't on one of these 3 sites, you definitely should be. This is how people are going to find your stuff, and give you probably where most of the traffic will be. This next site is actually something I created. What we're seeing here are some of the lyrics to a Go Periscope song that I really liked, and the first result is Indolean.com. And again, that's my site. I designed this because I was sick and tired of not being able to find lyrics to newer songs. I mean, you can find Britney Spears lyrics out there, you can find Metallica lyrics, whatever, but newer songs, that's kind of where you need it even more because they aren't getting that radio play about them yet. But you might have heard them at a concert or opening for another band and forgot the name. So you go online and you try to type in what you remember from the concert, like the words and stuff. And you need to have those lyrics posted somewhere for people to find you. The other cool things about my site is I give 3 links to the official band site, which we're seeing here, MySpace, or a place where people can listen. And there really aren't distracting ads or spyware, which is another thing I hate about lyric sites. If you're a musician, you just go to Indolean.com, click on Contribute, and post your stuff. The name stands for Indie, Lyrics, and Meaning. Depending on the type of band you have, another great opportunity is participating in a local battle of the bands. So there are coffee shops and local venues. A lot of times schools have this, and that could be high school, it could be college level, whatever. Try it out. Get in the battle of the bands and get your name out there. If you're bigger and you really want to go for it, Vans has a battle of the bands that they do for the Warped Tour. And you can see all the different concerts that are out there. And again, people love to film this. They post it online. Hey, look, I was at Battle of the Bands, and they're gonna feature your band. And so that's another way to get sort of free traffic and interest. People filming your stuff and posting it online. So there we go. Vans Battle of the Band. At some point, you'll have enough traction and interest that you can actually start playing gigs. And a great website to help you manage this process is Sonic Bids. It's created by a guy who used to work in sort of the recording industry, and he used to help book bands and do the official, for a label. So he realized, I could use the internet and help bands do this themselves. And you can see here, you get like a little artist bio page and some audio samples and video samples. So in conclusion, the more you get your name out there, the more links you can build in, a positive way on meaningful sites, the better you're going to do, and it's going to be easier to drive traffic. And good luck out there. I hope this guide helped you, and I wish you much success.